Hello, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. It is the 18th of January, and it is episode 328. Now, I know that these Monday, this Monday format isn't for everybody's liking, and I get it, I understand it, but it's more for me to document my journey and to show where I've started from and where I've come. And so and I know there's not much entertainment or value for other people outside my family listening to this, and I get it, I understand it, and so I don't. If you don't listen, it's no problem whatsoever to Mondays. I do it to keep myself accountable. I can't lie, but last week I was really, really motivated. And in the run up to Christmas, so 3 months before Christmas, I wasn't as motivated. I couldn't wait to get up this week, and I wanted to do it. And the reason is because I'm being held accountable by my kids now. That's the way I feel. I feel like it's a gift. This podcast is a real gift to me. And so, for example, I'm telling you 10 things I must do this week. No matter what, I've got to do these 10 things. And so I'm telling my kids that because I know hopefully that they'll be listening. I understand that Rich from Ladygate Removals, hello Rich, you actually said to me that, do you know what, your kids might not listen to it because they might not like you. I get it, and I 100% might not do, but you never know, they might do as well. And I know that I did, and it sounded like I took offense, but I 100% didn't, because I 100% exactly knew what he meant. There was a big conversation, by the way, it wasn't just that. And yeah, my kids might not listen to it because they might think, what a dickhead, and just like we all have done about our parents at one time or another. But do you know what? The real value, though, is for me believing that they're going to be listening, that you are listening, Zach and Kai, right now. And it's just keeping me accountable, because it's keeping me accountable because I know that if I don't do it, I've got to come back here next Monday and report back to you, to them, and say I haven't done it because of, and make up some bullshit excuses. So I get it, by the way. So I just wanted to get out of the way that I get it. This isn't too exciting, and I don't. What I'm going to try and do is keep it from next week onwards. Keep it high level, because like I've got some here, like website for Premier Self Storage, looking to Google My Business, so Angela's bonus out, and things like that, where I know that it's going to be a little bit boring for most people to listen to. And to be fair, it's a little bit boring for me because it's not high level. The big high level things are sort a new storage facility out, example, and so yeah, I'll try and keep it more high level from now on in. So I'm just going to run through the 10 must things that I must do, and then go from there. Last week, I'll go through them quickly now. There's a couple that I didn't get done, but the most important thing that I got done was a deal for the storage facility in Hull. That is now with the solicitors, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys. Well, not talk to you, but literally get going with that, because I believe that will make a massive difference for us. I reckon in 2 or 3 years it should be netting nearly 200k a year, this one deal. So that, for me, I spent a lot of time last week going through getting that deal done, speaking on the phone with a landowner, and really building that relationship. So for me, that was the big win of last week. The big win, 100% was a massive win for me. So I'll go through exactly what we got done. A takeaway that I have as well is that if I can't understand why people, and I've just said it on my storage podcast as well, I can't understand why people do not value quotes or respect quotes. For every quote that comes into our storage facility, it costs us 27 quid, £27. So every single quote, it's like me going, there's 27 quid, there's 27 quid for a quote, because that's how much it costs us on pay-per-clicks, advertising, etc. That's not including the cost of the staff, the cost of the telephone lines, etc. So it's 27 quid from an advertisement point of view. And so we've got to respect them quotes. We've got to follow it up. And it really is key. It really is so true when people say there's the fortune is in the follow-up. 1,000,000% yes. We're just getting a five-a-side goal in our garden, five-a-side pitch, sorry. We're going to have like real nice AstroTurf, little rebound boards all the way around. It's going to be fantastic. And it's not a cheap purchase. It's like a 12 grand purchase. And I cannot, for the life of me, get in touch with people that won't ring me back. I'm like, come on, it's a big, maybe it's not a big job for these people. I don't know. But I just can't understand. You're paying money for pay-per-clicks. I'm clicking on you, and I'm ringing them 3 and 4 times. I'm chasing. I'm like, this shouldn't be the case. So my biggest takeaway is make sure that whatever business that you are in, and this for everybody, this goes for not just Zach and Kai and my family, any business, that make sure that you are following up. And immediately I'm thinking of you, Marcus, as well, because we're in a mastermind together and was talking about the right people in the right seats, etc. And I do think it's so key. I do think it's so critical that we make sure that our salesmen and women are doing the job correctly. And so when I'm thinking about this, Marcus, I'm just thinking because we had this exact same conversation in your mastermind as well. And I just think it's so key. So if you're paying money for advertisements, make sure that every quote is respected. It's critical for your business. It's blood of your business. And without the blood, you're going to die. Your business is going to die. So, I just can't understand that businesses out there are running now and they're just not even following up. It's nothing to do with COVID as well, because they're actually working in their office and they never get back to me. So I just can't understand it. So, yes, last week I did a 2-day mastermind. That was really good. Record podcast, did 10 different podcasts. I recorded 10 of these motivated entrepreneurs or whatever you call them now. I did 10 of them. Get deal done for Hull. Did that. That was a big one. Saw our architect for Bradford Road, did that as well. Go through expenses. I did that, but I'm still not complete. That's one of them, but I'm not completed. I've got a few expenses to go through and cancel. Well, maybe just 2 I've got to cancel. Actually, I interviewed James Franco on this podcast. I've actually cancelled James Franco, which really, really hurt. Because I just don't use it. My life is going in a different direction. James Franco is more about internet marketing, and I'm trying to focus on storage. So I've cancelled James Franco, which is like 130 quid a month as well. I just don't use it. And I said to James, I'd never cancel you, no matter what, because you've given me so much value. But 130 quid a month. It's got to be in my pocket rather than anybody else's on it. List out my daily, weekly tasks for a storage affiliate, did that. Complete the deal with Janice for the podcast sponsorship, did that. Contact the 2 people who've asked me to go on their podcast. I haven't done that. So that's a bit of a boo-boo. Sort out, that's a job for tomorrow or Wednesday, I think it is now. Sort out thank yous. Send thank yous, done that. Sort out guests for podcast, done that. Go through possible locations for automated sites. I haven't done that one. So there's 2 I haven't done this week. So never mind. So this week, my 10 big things are continue with the whole site. I probably told you the street, but I'm just being a little bit careful just in case it falls through. So continue with the whole new site and Bradford Road. I don't know if I can afford both because it's going to cost £500,000 is Bradford Road. And Clough Road. Oh, I said it. Clough Road in Hull is going to cost nearly 400 grand. So Zach and Kai, if you're listening, the cash flow, it doesn't matter how successful your business is, you've got to respect the cash flow. If you don't, and I'm only knowing this and utilizing this information recently because I've been more often not been, it'll be all right, because of obviously Dan Bradbury, working with Dan Bradbury closely. He's made me realize about business a lot more and be a little bit more risk averse and careful. And Dan don't like the word risk averse. He likes to use wise. And I completely agree. It's wise. So although business is doing very, very, very well, it's and I know these places will work. It's a cash flow. I don't want to over leverage myself. So I might just start pulling back a little bit on Bradford Road because I don't want, Jesus Christ, my borrowing will be over £1 million. And it's a big liability. It's a big liability. So Zach and Kai, always be careful with your cash flow. That is the number one, the number one tip in business now is to be cash flow. Keep your eye on it. Make sure it's profitable. Make sure that it works. Because otherwise, if you take your eye off that, then you're in trouble. That really is the heart. If the blood is your inquiries, then your heart is definitely your cash flow. Without your heart, then you've had it. You really, really have had it. And so, yeah, I personally have got to be a little bit careful with cash flow and not over leverage myself, because with storage, you don't make money straight away. You will always make money in the long run, but it's getting over them hurdles in the short term. You will lose money, first of all, for Clough Road in Hull. I'll be losing like £9,000 a month. Don't even like saying it, but then I will get to a point where it'll be bringing me in 200 grand every single month after like 3 years, 200 grand a year after every, after the third year. So, it's definitely fantastic. It really is a good location. But I've just got to be careful with cash flow. Right, stop talking, Dean. Record 3 storage podcast interviews. Yeah, I've arranged them, so that's going to be good. Sort out Angela's bonus scheme. I've got to go through basically a bonus and what our targets are this year. Looking to Google My Business. I want to make sure reply to all reviews, get more reviews on Beverly Storage, and just really make sure we're shit hot at that. I want to be shit hot. Google My Business. I want to make sure that we're pretty good, but I want to look into it, delve into it a bit more, and see what we're lacking and how we can improve. Sort out separate bank accounts for tax purposes, etc. for the business. That's quite a biggie. Don't really want to do it. Website for the acquisition for Premier Self Storage. I want to update the website, and it's going to take 3 months to do. So I want to get the ball rolling on that one. Sort out resources page for Hacking Self Storage because we've got a new sponsor for the podcast, as you know. Record 10 Motivated Entrepreneurs podcast. This is one. Goals for the mastermind with Dan. I actually did that last night, which is good. And do some more thank yous for November. Thank you cards. Basically, every customer that comes in, I do them a thank you card and just say thank you very much for coming into the storage. Really appreciate you, kind of thing. And because how many people do that? How many people? A big tip I can give anybody listening to this is, do what sometimes you got to do things that don't scale. Everybody's on about, I've got to make sure we can do things at scale. So we got to act like we would now if we've got 500 locations. But sometimes, do you know what? Your competitive advantage is acting and doing things that don't scale. For example, there is no way that writing a thank you envelope, a thank you card to every single customer who comes in is scalable. Can't do it if we've got 50 stores. Can't possibly do it. But do you know what? Right here, right now, I can do it. And so spend that hour a month, just saying thank you to all the customers that come in to our store. I mean, can you imagine getting that through? I've got it once from a company called Bonjoro. I got a thank you card through the post and it was handwritten. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Wow. And I really appreciated that. What goodwill are you providing your customers? Because they get a thank you card for the post, an actual post. And what is it, like 96% of posts gets opened or something, which is incredible. So you don't send an email because emails is just like 22%. Again, everybody's going to emails. And so what we want to do is when other people are zigging, we zag, we go the other way. And so I want to go the other way, and I want to make sure that I do something differently. I'm not just doing what the normal people are doing. And so we send an envelope out, just say thank you. And yeah, it's 25% of our customers come from either word of mouth or users before. 25% of our customers are used before or word of mouth. That is incredible. So we really, really need to keep on with that. So that is a big, big job. So yeah, do a thank yous. I haven't done November's. I need to catch up. That's what I basically need to do. Bits and bobs. Tell Joe there's a new sponsor. Set up storage YouTube channel. Sort out where we're putting Motivated Entrepreneurs videos. Hey, guess what? I don't know where we're putting these videos. I don't want to put them on my personal Facebook page anymore. I know people will be still probably watching this because I haven't actually told Joe not to do it. That's my VA, by the way. She's awesome. Hey Joe, and so yeah, I don't know where to put them. Probably a separate YouTube channel at the minute, maybe even Zach and Kai TV, because I used to have a little thing called Zach and Kai TV that I shared bits and bobs with them. So maybe it's going to be there. Reply to all Facebook, WhatsApp messages, and LinkedIn messages. I do get loads of messages off people, and I'll be honest, I'm shit. I'm shit at replying to people. I really am. I think it takes up a lot of time, and not that it takes up a lot of time. My phone, it's just my phone. I just don't like to be always on my phone, and I try to keep off it as much as possible. Dan Bradbury, he's messaged me for his kid. He's writing his child's writing a book about business. He wants to like ask me some questions, so I've got to do that. Complete monthly, quarterly tasks. Just basically get them printed out. Go through emails. I'm rubbish at that as well. So they're the things that I've got to be doing. Yeah, so I've got a busy week ahead. Looking forward to it. The main thing is to basically get signed for Clough Road. I want to get that deal done. I told Claire, she was nearly crying. She said, what's wrong, Dean? Why can't we just stay where we are? And that's exactly how she sounds, by the way. Exactly. Yeah, I said, Claire married the wrong guy because I literally, it's not the money. It's nothing to do with the money. Don't really care. I've definitely got a different I'm going to do a podcast episode about money as well. Definitely got a different relationship with money than most people. It's not about the money. For me, it's about, I just enjoy it. I love it. I can't describe to you. If you've got a hobby or a sport that you love doing, then this is it. Business. I love it. I love developing. I love thinking, okay, we're here now, but where can we be? And it's not, I don't really care about the money. Money's great. I love money, but I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because I love it. I could sell now storage and I could live in how I'm living right now for the rest of my life. I wouldn't have to work anymore. It's not because of money. I'm not. It sounds like that sounds horrible. I don't mean it to sound like that whatsoever. But I don't. That sounds braggy and stuff. But it's not. But I'm arguing. Do you know what? Right now, I'm arguing with myself. I'm thinking, dang, it doesn't really matter what it sounds like because you're just being honest and you're literally putting it out there because it's not for anybody else. It's for the kids. And I'm thinking, yeah, but Dean, there is other people listening, and there's people who go to my kids' school that's listening, and there's people, my friends, and the football team, and I'm thinking, oh my god. And so I'm like, I'm having a little inner debate there right now with myself, thinking, shut up, don't say that, and then apologize for saying that, and then I'm like, no, shut up, because then it is okay to say that because that's. And anyway, that's how my mind works. So ultimately, I'm just trying to be honest, and hopefully, the people who know me and listen to this know that I'm not like that with regards money at one little bit. It's just I want to get across that I'm doing it because I enjoy it. I love it. I love, like, I was on a massive high last week, even thinking about it now, going through the figures, the projections, I've got to go through the cash flow forecast this week as well, which for some reason, one of the biggest jobs I've got to do is cash flow forecast, and I haven't even put that down. Cash flow forecast for Clough Road. And when the plans, they get it all drawn up, get the quotes through for doing the I just love all that. And I love, like, get my little calculator on saying, if this then that, and I'm like, oh yeah, fantastic. And so I've got to be careful that that it just doesn't overtake my life, because I couldn't sleep on, I think it was Friday morning, and I woke up at 3:30 because I was so excited about the things that we can achieve and the things we can do. And yeah, I just super excited by it. So it's nothing about the money. It's because I enjoy the process. I love the process. If somebody took it away from me, I feel I'd die. Well, I wouldn't quite die, but you know what I mean. And I've also got now new ambitions as well. I want to buy Hull City. Before I want to buy some sporting club like that. I really enjoy it. So therefore, yeah, I guess it is about the money then, because I need money to do that. Because if I don't have a big ambition, then I kind of, like, my motivation can be diluted a little bit. Right. I think that's it. What we're talking about tomorrow, I've actually already recorded it. It's called Deathbed Thinking. So I've recorded it already, and I'm going to jump. I haven't recorded Saturday's episode, but I'm going to record Sunday's episode as well soon. All right, my friends, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go. I don't know why this has taken. And do you know what? Another job I'm going to do? I'm going to have a shave this week as well. 20-something minutes. Bloody hellfire, mate. These aren't going to be taking that long, these Monday episodes. It's just, do you know what it is? It's just like my diary. It's me journaling. Bleh. But I'm not very, for anybody who got an email from me or a text from me, that I am dyslexic, and stuff don't make sense when I write it, and I look back and thinking, what the hell are you? What? Like an email I sent Angela last night. I was like, what the hell? How does she even know what you mean? So this is my way of journaling. All right, guys, girls, thank you. Zach, Kai, everybody. Well, I don't know who's listening. Right, thank you. Absolutely nobody will be listening right now. There's no chance, apart from, even my kids won't be listening. Richard, you're right. They definitely won't be listening to this. All right, guys, girls, I'll keep these lots shorter, because at the end of the day, I've got to think that, would I listen? I'd love to listen to my dad, but not for 16 minutes every Monday about telling me about what he's going to do and then making excuses why I didn't do it. All right, and there I am still talking. Bye.